Good afternoon. 29 people have been hurt, one seriously after a bomb exploded in the Manhattan area of New York. Hello and welcome to TRT World live from Istanbul. I'm Robyn Dwyer. Also ahead on the programme, we begin in Libya, where the anti-government forces say they have carried out their first airstrikes in the capital. It comes as government forces announced a counter-offensive to defend Tripoli. People have been gathering here during the day as news broke that the Duchess of Cambridge was in labour. She gave birth, of course, at just after 11 o'clock this morning. And then just 10 minutes ago, we had a glimpse of this brand new baby, their third child, a boy. In the last few minutes, it's being reported there have been 2 more arrests following the terror attack in Nice on Thursday. The driver of the truck, which ploughed into the crowds, was shot dead by police. Good morning, I'm Robyn Dwyer and this is your US Morning Call. Let's have a look at some stocks to watch this morning then. And Comcast is expected to post a rise in its fourth quarter revenue and profit. The European Central Bank has slashed its growth and inflation forecasts for this year and the next 2. It signals that the slowdown in the Eurozone economy may be longer and deeper than previously expected. The Asian indices were muted ahead of that key meeting. Bucking the trend in China were nuclear power-related stocks. Environmental impact assessments for 2 nuclear power plants went to regulators. If approved, they would be a step towards a comeback for China's atomic energy program. Those trade figures were the big story, really. How much of it is to do with the trade dispute between the US and China, do you think? Well, that was Turkey's President Erdogan speaking immediately before he heads to Moscow to meet with the Russian President Vladimir Putin. He talked about the partnership between the 2 countries increasing and strengthening with every passing day. He also talked about the Israeli Prime Minister's plans to annex Jewish settlements in the occupied West Bank if he is re-elected. He called those plans not something that can be accepted. This is Tottenham, which is, of course, where 17-year-old Tanisha Melbourne was shot dead on Easter Sunday. And that, along with the shooting of 16-year-old Aman Shakur, was the beginning of what seemed like a week of violence in London in what's been a particularly grim year. There is something special on display. This is a Snazzy. He is a 5-year-old greyhound, and he is one of the many rescue pets living currently at Battersea Cats and Dogs Home because he doesn't have a permanent place to live. This is perhaps one of the most famous film costumes of all time. There can't be many people who haven't seen the Star Wars franchise, and this is one of the original Stormtrooper helmets used in the films. Finally tonight, he's the poster boy for gymnastics in the UK. So when Max Whitlock decided to pay a visit to his first school in Hertfordshire this morning, it's fair to say the pupils were more than a little excited. The Olympic champion dropped in at Nash Mills for assembly before joining a gym class in the hall where it all began. That's it for now. Our next update is at 5 to 2. Back to Eamon and Charlotte. Bye-bye.